Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Top of New World. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the 1000 Suspendium shop and more in detail about the full moon chess and also about the tower fun run or however they call that mode and also the usually store event. And I'm going to focus on the Suspendium expenses because as you all know, we're going to get Tramray really soon. And I don't want you guys to feel impatient. You should just wait a couple more days because all of these events are going to last for a whole week. Probably by the time this video is out, it's going to be like 6 days and something, but whatever. So they're going to last still quite a bit, and we're going to get a lot of information on Friday. So I would say don't feel rushed. Don't use your Suspendium just yet. If you are a free-to-play player or a low spender, I would say if you have more than 400k Suspendium, go ahead. You can use it. It's not a problem. But if you have anything less than that, I would say wait. It's just you're not going to miss on anything because if the information we get during the live stream on this Friday are going to be I don't know, disappointing, or we're going to figure out we're not going to need as much Suspendium, or maybe we're not going to need uh, Suspendium at all because we are going to be stuck on a specific ticket that can only be obtained in other ways. I have no idea. We don't know anything. So just for these days, relax, don't worry about it. We're going to get more information again during the live stream on Friday, hoping they actually provide useful information, but we'll see. So this is just the premise, and that's what I really wanted to tell you guys. But for sure, we can just have a look at the different things we have. We can start with the 1000 Suspendium shop. We have the usual stuff in this shop that we always got. So the revolution mats, etc. And this game is super slow. Okay, just loaded. Maybe. Okay. So we're going to get the revolution packs. They're pretty solid investment that many people should get. But again, if you're free to play and low spender, you should probably limit yourself to spending 4K, especially considering we got the free ones from the like the expirable suspendium. We also got 5,000 more, so you could buy this one 2 times, this one 2 times, this one 2 times, and that should be good enough. I wouldn't bother about going like investing more on this, even though it could be helpful. Maybe the green mats if you don't have enough, because if you're going for Tramray, you might need a ton of this. So I would say if you feel like you don't have like 10k saved, I might buy a few more, but I don't know. Let's wait for Friday. The other, like these sticks, you can buy easily, like two, and two. You should be able to afford it with just the 8k we were provided for free of the expirable suspendium. Everything else is more or less the usual thing. Like the keys are a good deal, kind of. They're way cheaper than just buying them daily, but you shouldn't go for them if you are a free-to-play low spender. Makes no sense. 3 Essence facility, again, no real need. You're going to get some from the full moon chest, so no need to go for them. These whetstones, it's pretty expensive to buy one for 1k, so I wouldn't go for them. And the same thing here, still one for 1k, so I wouldn't really buy them. DXP, if you're at the point where you need it, is really good, so you might as well try to go for it. But again, free to play, definitely not. Light spender, you might think about it. And the data shard, don't bother if you're not a spender of sorts. So yeah. Is more or less what this shop can kind of provide. I would stay away from the random SSR Plus and the random SSR. They're okay, not even that much. Okay, just don't worry too much about them. Now, in terms of the full moon chest, the stuff you can get from here is pretty nice. Obviously, it's all RNG, so there is not much I can say, but you can get a ton of revolution fragment, a ton of orange fragments. You will get so many of these is insane, like the Essence crystals. And the most important ones are going to be the loot compound amplification. If you are a bit later on in the game, uh, you will need a lot of those resources to level up your links, so they're really beneficial. This one, I don't know why it's just 1% when the SSR plus is 0.5, so should have been more frequent probably, but I'm glad it's not because I'd rather get all of these revolution fragment than getting a SSR selection chest. I don't even know why they added it here. This one probably one of the worst things you can get. The revolution ore is obviously nice, and the percentage is also 1%, so not too bad. The same rate as the SSR selection chest. So interesting, but this one is way more valuable. And the SSR Plus selection chest obviously is helpful if you get it, if you don't have a lot of dupes on your units. For whales, it's absolutely like useless. But okay, so that's more or less what you can get from this shop. And again, other than the first packs that I mentioned, so the two full moon, the two orange mats, and the two green mats for Revolution, I wouldn't buy anything just yet. Wait for the stream on Friday. Then we have two more things I would say in this update, and that one is the Tower Fun Run and whether you should buy or not the dices. I would say it's an awful deal. I bought like 99 of them, but yeah, it's not that much investment. I would say for me, I would try to get some higher positioning on the race, but again, I have a lot of Suspendium saved up, so don't compare to me. Just stick to the free ones. I wouldn't really bother. I would say that once you get to the last tier, they start adding some good stuff. Now I don't have any in my current uh, app or whatever. But before there was a cell with like 200 green fragments, 1500 of the orange ones, and they are all you can get to them with the times two. So it's 400 or 3000 of the other one, which is pretty nice. So I would say don't use your guaranteed dices until you get to that lap. And that's pretty much it. But again, I wouldn't use your Suspendium unless you already have a shit ton of that. So yeah, that's more or less the thing with this event. Nothing much. Same thing with the story event. There are a lot of questions asking whether you should spend Suspendium to refresh your stamina and try to complete the 70,000 mission. I would say there is no reason to because just one copy of an SSR Plus is not worth the investment you would have to put in, and the other things you gain here are not needed. These thing here, like all these rewards from the missions, are only for people that need the gold. So if you need the gold, because that's what keeping you from leveling up, like it will happen around link 600 and something, you will see that you are really short on gold. And that's the case where you want to go and spend your Suspendium here. But it's going to be a problem mainly for spenders. It's not something free-to-play players should do. The value is not there if you're just aiming for this one. This is just additional free stuff you get if you were already interested in the gold. That's all that it is. And I think it will keep on being like that unless they really had some good stuff in their word, but these are not worth it. So don't go for them. Don't worry about them. Just save your Suspendium. And yeah, that was the last point for the event where you are required to spend Suspendium. And yeah, again, I'm really excited for Ray. I'm really looking forward to what they're going to tell us on the stream we're going to have on Friday. I still don't know the time. Actually, I don't know if they release it already. So I don't know if I will be streaming on top of it to like live translate with some sort of AI tool like I did last time. I doubt it because it will probably be in the middle of the day for me, so it's going to be tricky. Actually, possible because I will be at work, but I will definitely cover the like summary that it will provide us later. And last time they were pretty quick in providing it. Just the Q&A we had to wait a bit more, obviously, but for the rest, it seemed a bit like quick enough. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm really curious to see how expensive the EX rarity is going to be. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that. Just one last mention regarding the non-stop SSR Plus banner that we're going to get. Again, I haven't made a video yet because we don't know the amount of tickets we will get. So be sure I will make a video about it before the release and hopefully provide us enough information during the live stream again on Friday. So during the weekend, I will probably record a few videos covering the units you might want to go for in the non-stop banner. Now, obviously, if you don't have Kaisers, since Kaiser was confirmed as the unit that is going to be added, if you don't have her, if she's like low dupes, like 3 blue, maybe even 3 purple, it all depends on how many tickets they're going to give us. You might as well go for her. She's super safe as a pick. Obviously, she's super strong. But if we get some more, and we might have the possibility of getting a 0 dupes SSR Plus unit to Rainbow 5, you might want to change your focus. It will all depend, and I will try to make another video covering it once we know the number of tickets we will be getting. Until then, kind of hard to recommend any kind of unit. So yeah, that's more or less the idea and all I wanted to say. Let me know your thoughts and what you feel like is going to happen with Tramray release. From my point of view, it could either be a great thing for the game, though the probabilities of this is pretty low from my point of view, like maybe a 15%. Then there is a 50% chance they're going to mess it up entirely and deal like huge damage to this game. I don't want to say potentially like just having to close the game because they really mess up hard, but could happen. Like this kind of release is really tricky and delicate. They might mess it up really, really hard. So I don't know. We'll see. But to me, there is a 50% of them really messing it up, and the remaining is just they make it kind of right. There are some things that are not that great, but it can work. It's not going to be exceptional for the game. It's just going to be an okay release that could have been worse. So it's still a good scenario. I would say 50-50. That's going to be the the end result. But there is very little chance from my point of view that they're going to get it exactly right. Probably it's not even 15%. It's like 5% that they're going to do a great job with this release and the game is going to get better. For me, that's like a 5%. 45% the game is going to pretty much stay the same and they got it half right, which would already be a win from my point of view, and then a 50% that they mess it up. I'm probably a bit too optimistic. There are a lot of people that are pretty sure they're going to mess it up big time and just screw everything over, but we'll have to wait and see, guys. Again, we have no idea. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.